Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks so much for pushing play on this video. If you are new to my YouTube channel or new to the blog, my name is Amy and I'm the blogger behind iHeartLOA.com. This is where we talk about the law of attraction, manifesting, personal development, and all the woo-woo. The more woo, the better, I always say. Today, we're going to talk about change your story, change your life. And what do I mean by change your story? Okay, that means change your beliefs. Has the way you've been believing on, all the things that you've been believing on all this time, has it helped your life or is it keeping you stuck or has it hurt your life, right? So your stories, the stories that you tell yourself are just beliefs that have been passed down to you through your parents, your grandparents, your teachers, and a lot of other people that you were raised like, right? So I know I was raised into scarcity mindset and money doesn't grow on trees. We don't have enough money for that. I can't afford that. Those are different beliefs and different stories that was passed down to me through my parents that I carried with me throughout my life all the way up into adulthood. And I'm 45 years old. So I had to do a lot of retraining on my brain and different stuff like that. That's what I mean when I say change your story, okay? So if you start believing on something different, then you're going to change your life and change your circumstances. It's all about the stories you've been telling yourself. All right, I've got a slide deck made for y'all just so I'll stay on topic because I could write all day long and communicate how I feel awesome that way and I'm an introvert and it has a lot to do with it. But when it comes to communicating what I want to say to you in the best possible way, it's hard for me to do it in person. So I had to have something that's going to kind of guide me to stay on topic, okay? Alrighty. Do you feel like there has to be more to life than what you are living? Have you ever felt that feeling down inside of you? I know I didn't feel it for the longest time until 2012, I think it was. That's when I started questioning everything and wondering why my life was so hard, why I was struggling all the time, while other people seemed to have it made. I wanted to know why some people were so successful and I wasn't. So I started diving into the internet and researching successful people and their mindset, okay? Mindset has a lot to do with everything. So, are you feeling nudges deep down inside of you that is calling for you to change? I know I did a long time ago. That's why I talk about what I talk about today. Okay, there's a reason for that. That is your consciousness trying to wake you up and see that there is more to life than what you've been living. That you can have an awesome freaking life. It's all in your mindset and how you see the world, your perspective. My spiritual awakening happened back in 2012. Okay, now here lately, I have noticed the more I research and the more I go down that rabbit hole on the internet, that other spiritual people online also woke up in that year, the same year. Now, is that a coincidence? I don't think it is. I think it's an awakening phase. Now, I've noticed 2020, the year we're in now, that there is another wave of awakening happening, okay? People, because of the pandemic, people are questioning everything. You know, they're questioning the government. They're questioning what is going on around us. They're diving deep and they're waking up. It's like it's sparking this little thing inside of them to wake them up, okay? Now, how do you change the story that you tell yourself? First, you want to take a long, hard look at your life, a truthful look to yourself, because this is only going to help you if you do the work, right? And you start questioning yourself. And ask yourself, have the beliefs that I've been believing on, have they been helping me? Have they been serving my life, making my life better? Or have they been hurting me and keeping me stuck? Do you feel like you're struggling all the time? Do you feel like you can't get ahead for nothing? Is it making you feel like crap? You know what I mean? You could change those feelings. You could change that story that you tell yourself. Realize that you are creating your life as you go by the thoughts that you think, the way you feel, your beliefs, and your actions. And your habits have a lot to do with everything too. I love this. I've got a quote I want to read you by Oprah, and I didn't feel like typing the whole thing out, so I was like, put Oprah quote right there and just flip back to it. All right, over here on the blog. Everybody has a calling, and your real job in life is to figure out as soon as possible what that is, who you were meant to be, and to begin to honor that in the best possible way for yourself. So what she's saying is step into that person that you were always meant to be. You will feel that inside of you. What do you want the most out of your life? You know, who do you want to be? What do you want to feel like? Those feelings are inside of you for a reason, and everybody's story is different when it comes to that. I wanted to be a blogger, you know what I mean? And it took me years before I felt comfortable calling myself a blogger. And I started blogging back in 2015 on Blogger because it was on Blogger and it didn't have the .com behind it. I didn't feel comfortable calling myself a blogger, right? So 2018, I decided to take the plunge and I got myself my own website, blah, 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 blah. Now I feel fine calling myself a blogger because I stepped into that version of myself, right? The higher version of me. That was part of my story. Now I have no problem at all calling myself a blogger because that's who I am and that's what I do. It's a part of me because I wanted it for so long because there was nudges going on inside of me to do that. And I followed my intuition finally because it never went away and yours won't either. So you need to start now, okay? Decide what you want to do, be, or have. Excuse me. You will feel the nudges inside of you. Just like I said, that's your intuition leading you on your path. Now, your intuition is going to give you a feeling, okay? Your mind or your thoughts, you're going to hear the inner critic or self-doubt usually trying to logically talk you out of doing that stuff because, people are going to make fun of you. You're putting yourself out there. You're going to get all kinds of negative feedback or whatever. Don't listen to that inner critic. If you're having nudges to do something and it's not going away, do it. Take that action to do it. Start now because you're going to regret it if you don't because you're going to be like me. Look back and say, dang, I wish I would have started way back in the 90s when I wanted to. Can you imagine where my blog would be by now? But that's okay. We do things in divine timing when we're supposed to, you know, so it's fine. All those millions of page views I could have had, but that's okay. Anyway, okay, now your intuition will give you nudges to take some kind of action. And those kind of nudges to take that kind of action is called inspired action because it's going to make you feel excited or you're going to feel light. You're going to feel like, yes, this is what I need to do. It's going to feel like an aha moment. That's what inspired action is, okay? Physical action is just any old action you take that you think to yourself, I need to do this, okay? But when you feel that feeling of, yes, I need to do this, that's inspired action, okay? Now, remember, I like to say this over and over. Kayla Craft is where I first heard this, and I'm just repeating her words. But remember, your mind is not your friend. Because you have that inner critic inside chirping all this crap to you about you're not worthy enough to do this, you're going to make a fool out of yourself or whatever. Your mind, if your mind was your friend, right, you wouldn't hear all that stuff in your head or you wouldn't be thinking those thoughts, okay? So that's why you need to let your intuition lead your life and not your logical mind. Yes, use discernment, of course, with your mind, but let your intuition guide you because your intuition is not going to lead you wrong. And it's also going to help you to stop you if you're getting ready to go into a dangerous situation. It's just like your gut instincts, right? That's your intuition. Think of the person that you want to be deep down inside of you and start being her now. Step into that highest version of yourself. Ask yourself before you start to do something, would my higher self do this? That question has helped me a bunch here lately. Excuse me. Some things that I do that help me change my belief system and my habits. The first thing is to have an open mind. I know that I don't know everything, so I act as if I know nothing. That leaves my mind free to actually receive information that I would normally be closed-minded to or closed off to if I acted like I knew everything, okay? If you think you know everything and you act like that, you're not going to get in the information that you actually need that's going to help you. So keep your mind open and just act like you don't know anything at all. Okay? That's going to help you get those aha moments. Flip the switch on your mindset. Now, what I mean by this is, whenever I used to be so negative and such a skeptic, and I started finally doing that research because I had my spiritual awakening in 2012 or whatever, I dived deep into all kinds of stuff. Hold on just a sec. So anyway, flip that switch on your mindset. All that means is you're flipping that negativity to positivity. That skeptical person over to an optimist, and that pessimistic person that puts everybody down, puts herself down, complains all the time, whines about can't do this, can't do that, I'm so broke, blah, blah, blah. Flip that over to an optimistic person, because then you're going to change your perspective on everything. You're going to see life so much differently. You're going to see opportunity pop up where before you just felt stuck and feel like you're just struggling through life, okay? It's like the world is going to open up for you when you do that. Remember that life is happening for you, not against you or not to you. So don't get out of that scarcity mindset crap and that victim mindset. I had to do that too because I felt like the world was against me. A long, long time ago, I felt like, man, I can't catch a break. I thought I was just cursed with bad luck. You know what I mean? It all comes down to your mindset. And the more positive you could think about yourself and about the world, the more optimistic you become and you start to see everything differently. Use gratitude. That is the number one thing I can tell you that will help you flip that little switch, is by using gratitude. Start saying what you're grateful for right now. What you have to be grateful for. I mean, you can find one thing to three things. You know what I mean? Say what you're grateful for. Make it a habit and do it every day. And watch and see if your life don't start changing, because your perspective's going to start changing, okay? Now, speak life into existence by using positive affirmations. Try to use I am before any of your affirmations. These are called power affirmations. And that helps because then you're speaking it over your life, right? You're speaking, I am awesome. I am confident. I am courageous. You are speaking that over your life. I am abundant in everything I do. Speak that over your life. Accept yourself just as you are, but also realize the best is yet to come. When you keep saying the best is yet to come, you're going to keep getting more and more awesome things. You're going to upgrade your life, and it's just going to keep getting better and better and better. It's all about the way you think about things. It's about your mindset, okay? And sometimes ask yourself this. Now, I've been doing this lately, and it's helped me a bunch. Ask yourself, would my higher self do this? Would my higher self be doing this? If you've been having nudges, this is an example, like to leave your job because you're sick of it. You're just tired of freaking working all the time. You're tired of all the long hours. I've done this twice because I felt nudges to leave. And the first time I stayed stuck and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't leave. It's so hard to get another job. And I didn't want to be the new kid. I didn't want to go through the stupid interview process and different things like that. But if you don't listen to your intuition, eventually it's going to hit you upside the head and something's going to happen. Then you're going to be like, I need to leave this job. That's what happened to me. You can come on over to iHeartLOA.com. There is all kinds of blog posts about that. I think one of them is Manifesting with Gratitude. My story has that story in there. If you would like to check it out, just come on over to the blog, okay? But ask yourself, would my higher self do this? Let your intuition lead you to where you need to be, okay? Create a daily ritual or routine that reinforces positivity in your life. Do this when you first wake up. Make it a habit of getting up and making a ritual for yourself. Do affirmations, do gratitudes. Whatever you need to do, journal out how you're feeling to get your energy up. Then you can channel that energy all throughout the day, because remember, you're creating your reality and your future as you go. So you want to do positive things, right? Because you want to get that reflected back. Okay, these are just some ways that you can change the story that you've been telling yourself so that you can change your life, okay? You can change your beliefs. You don't have to change your core beliefs. I'm not talking about religion or anything like that. But all I'm talking about is your mindset stuff. You can change from a negative person to a positive person. It's not that hard. Start doing gratitudes every day. That's going to help you more than anything. Flip that little switch in your brain that's going to make you a positive person. Do whatever you have to do to change your mindset and change the way you see the world in your life. And your circumstances are going to change as a result of that, okay? Alrighty, guys, this video is like really long. It's like, oh my God, over 15 minutes. Sorry. Anyway, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you're on YouTube, come on over to iHeartLOA.com where we talk about all the woo-woo stuff and mindset stuff. We love talking about that over here. I hope you liked the video, and I guess say hi in the comments down below just to let me know you stopped by, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.